Let me talk to y'all about entrepreneurship, man. And I study millionaires and billionaires, man, and watch how they became who they became, how business moguls became business moguls. Like Rick Ross, right? Rick Ross is one of the most successfulest businessmen ever. And you want to know why he became a successful businessman? Not just off his music. He took what he made off his music and he invested it in different type of franchises like Checkers, like Wingstop. He started his own liquor line, the Bel Air. And the thing is, like, folks always wonder why, how did he do it? You know what I'm saying? How do you do it? How do I do it? The thing is about that is you have to be able to see the future. You feel me? And the thing is about people is we hop on a bandwagon of something that's popular. We see a successful something that works for somebody else, and we think, I'm finna go all in with what they did. But you don't look at the bigger picture. Let's prime example. Let's say how the biggest corporations, people will pay for a franchise fee for one of the biggest, toppest brands of the world, instead of doing real research on a startup franchise business that have potentially to have the room for growth. Let's take it for a prime example, right? We got Little Debbie here. You feel me? Little Debbie is already an established company, an established franchise. They're making multi-billions of dollars, right? Don't get me wrong. Investing in a Little Debbie factory would be mastermind, right? You would make so much money. But check this out. You got Crumble on the other hand, right? Crumble just was established during the pandemic time. And Crumble have potentially what? Room for growth. What I always tell y'all, room for growth, right? So, the thing is, you can invest in Little Debbie that's already established, that's already known. When you see Little Debbie, we already know it's gonna be. It's gonna be a good cake, correct? But let's say the startup fee of Little Debbie would be $1 million, $1 million to pay the startup fee to start your own franchise in Little Debbie. But the startup fee for Crumble, let's just say, I'm not saying these are the real prices. I'm just hypothetically speaking, so y'all can get an idea of it. Let's say Crumble startup fee is $100K. So you can invest in Little Debbie. You know what I'm saying? $1 million. You're gonna for sure make your $1 million to $2 million and make your money back within within 2 to 3 years. And then within 2 to 3 years, you'll be able to open up another franchise with Little Debbie if you want to double your margin. Or you can take the Crumble that have the potential to grow. Let's say it's going to be Little Debbie factories and Little Debbie establishments in almost any, like McDonald's. It's going to be a Little Debbie establishment in any parts of the world, correct? In every city, every main city going to have a Little Debbie, like every McDonald's. Or you can take a Crumble, where it's not many Crumbles in cities and big main cities and small cities around. You can go to, you know what I'm saying? And so you could buy a 10 of Crumbles for the price of the Little Debbie. And then let's say every store generate for you $1 million. So now you have $10 million investment of 10 Crumbles. And now you have the opportunity to open 10 more Crumbles. Come on, man. That's how the rich will get rich, man. You got to take chances. You got to do your research. You got to fully understand and fully grasp, man, the idea of things, man. That's how these multi-billion dollars, and that's how Shaq could invest it in Domino's if he wanted. Shaq could invest it in Pizza Hut. What'd he do? Papa John's. Wanna know why? Because Papa John's had potential, but it's not too many Papa John's out there. And now, you see now, Papa John's slowly starting to open. Rick Ross could have said, hey, I'm finna invest in KFC. You know what I'm saying? But what he did, he invested in Wingstop. And now we start to see more and more Wingstops get more and more populated and more around the world, United States, right? Exactly. You gotta know how to start small. Think big. It's starting small. Come on, people. Y'all know it, man. And that's how when you make enough money to a franchise, Then you will be able to talk, okay, now how can I buy shares for your company? That's all Rick Ross did. I done made so much money off owning franchises for y'all. Now how can I have a seat at this table? You know what I'm saying? What's the buyout agreement? I'm finna come to y'all with $20 million. I done already made $50 million off y'all franchise. Now I got $20 million right here, man. Let me have shares let me have shares at this table. And start buying shares. That's why I respect Rick Ross, man. I respect business moves, man. Y'all can learn a lot from these business moves. So if you ever come across a bunch of money, or you wanna start off like Rick Ross and everybody else, you gotta invest, man. Invest in the most boringest businesses, the business that nobody else believe in. Don't hop on the bandwagon what everybody else doing. Everybody hopping on the best new trend right now. You find your own lane. You think about, how can I grow? How can I develop? What's a boring business that I can invest in, but it's high essential need that nobody knows about? Come on, people. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Room for growth. Room for growth. Stay locked in, people.